in Indonesia. Well guys, I'm so excited to read all. Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. This is one of the reasons that I definitely want to visit Indonesia. Assalamualaikum, welcome back to my channel. I am Desi, a revert Muslima from Lithuania, from the West, and today I'm going to react to a video that is affirming that Indonesian women are somehow happier than Western women. Let's see if for me, from the Western perspective, it is somehow true. But before I start this video, I also would like to let you know I will spend 2 weeks in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, and as many of you are from Indonesia or Malaysia, many Malaysians that have visited Indonesia as well, I would like to ask all of you for some tips of the places that I definitely have to visit in Jakarta. Touristic places, local places, what food I must try, the mosques I must definitely visit, among all other things that you want to suggest to me. So, Yuki Traveler visited Indonesia. Probably in this video I will see some spoilers of Jakarta. And let's see why Indonesian women are happier than Western women. Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. This is one of the reasons that I definitely want to visit Indonesia as a revert Muslima, to experience the real Islam. But I must tell you guys, when I visited Malaysia, I also made some vlogs of Malaysia, so go to that playlist and watch them. Even in Malaysia, I felt that spirit of Islam, which was amazing. All these mosques, the wonderful food, halal food, and so friendly people. So I'm pretty sure that experience Indonesia as a non-Muslim was an eye-opening for him to see how Muslims really live.
Very, very controversial. And I don't think people are going to like me saying this, especially in the UK. Something I really love is the religion. It has completely destroyed my perception of Islam. What we hear about Islam is places like Afghanistan and Iraq. It's all we hear about. And when we think of Southeast Asia, we don't think of Islam. We think of Vietnam and Buddhism and all these kind of things.
Bradley is a British traveler who has been visiting Indonesia since June. After traveling and experiencing life in Indonesia, he has shared his controversial take after experiencing Indonesia's culture, comparing it to his home country, the United Kingdom. His content on Bradley's show is about travel and cultural critique, providing his audience with an outsider's view of life in Indonesia. In this particular video, Bradley makes a bold claim. Indonesia, in many ways, surpasses the United Kingdom. This statement alone would be enough to stir controversy, but Bradley goes further by providing detailed reasons. He revealed why he thought Indonesia was better than the United Kingdom and had points to back it up. Firstly, he started with street food. Both countries have very different concepts of street food. In the United Kingdom, street food is just a marketing gimmick and soulless. That just make it a money-making venture. When you make street food about money and not quality and taste, the people will not come back for food. They know thought and care is not being put in.
This is so true. I never go to eat street food here in the West. It is expensive and it has no taste.
Many Asians who have lived in Asia all their lives and are used to street food have questioned the United Kingdom's lack of street food. In Asia, street food is a big part of culture. And Indonesia, street food is very culturally significant and has been a part of people's lives for decades.
Well, this is so cool because right now I know that I definitely have to go to try street food in Jakarta. This is one really good tip for me.
Many street vendors often inherit recipes from their ancestors, while others create recipes based on modern tastes. It has such a big presence in Indonesia that it is considered one of the countries with the best street food in the world. Indonesia was also featured on a Netflix documentary called Street Food Asia that allowed the world to get a glimpse of what Indonesian street food is like.
Well, if you are from Jakarta and you know some place where I should definitely go for a street food, please write down in the comments below the address of that place.
As soon as I arrived here, very apparent to me that women are happy, everybody's free, everybody's kind, but it's also the structure that the Islam kind of brings to the society here. Now, being woken up every morning at 4 or 5 a.m. by the call to prayer is another thing that is difficult for me. But in comparison to the UK, we don't really have religion. And many people, we have many Muslims, we have many Christians, we have many this, but nobody really goes to church and nobody's really that kind of invested in their religion. It's unique to see. And I do find it very interesting. And I hope that's not too controversial.
I don't know if you saw the video where I said that I didn't want to leave that country. I was so in love with this city that I almost cried when I had to leave it. I still think a lot about that country and I would love to come back. Many of your comments that you suggested me to visit Indonesia as well. So this is why we decided to give it a try. And after he said all these things about Indonesia, I'm really excited to see it.
To the west, any Muslim countries are ones in the Middle East and war-affected countries like Afghanistan. To Southeast Asia was perceived as the countries practicing Buddhism and entirely different from Muslims. What surprised him was how everyone was happy in Indonesia. In a world that thinks that all Muslim women and unhappy, seeing women in their hijabs and looking happy was a stereotype-shattering moment. What moved him more was how invested Indonesian people are in their religion and spirituality. Bradley mentioned that in the United Kingdom, he noticed that although it was made up of a lot of religions and cultures, not many were as invested in their religion. But in Indonesia, he saw a sense of belonging and community when it came to religion, especially Islam. Unlike the UK, where religious practice can be more private and less visible, Indonesia's Muslim community is openly and actively engaged in their faith. Although he revealed it has been difficult for him to be awoken to the call to prayer for Fajr, he has grown to admire it as it is something he has not seen in the United Kingdom. It was unique and interesting to witness, as that definitely changed his perception of Muslims and Islam in general.
This is so true. It is so easy to wake up for Fajr or to pray Isha in a Muslim majority population. In community, it is so beautiful. Malaysia, and it was wonderful. To go to the mosque, to pray in the mosque, to break the fast at the mosque. My first iftar at the mosque, all of it was so wonderful. I made full videos about that, so go to these vlogs and watch them. Because I brought you with me to my wonderful first experience of Ramadan in a country with so many Muslims. This time it will not be in Ramadan, but still I think it will be an amazing experience, praying with all the Muslims in the mosque together. Wow, I'm so excited about that.
Ever since he has landed in Indonesia, he has been making Indonesian content, from trying their coffees to their famous food. He has also been making review videos and documenting his experience for his followers to see and enjoy. In his comparison TikTok, many supported his viewpoints and shared their own experiences, from religion to life in Indonesia. Many Indonesians thanked Bradley and also showed him appreciation for his kind words about Indonesia.
Right, Brandley? Maybe I will find him. So yes, here are his videos. So yeah, he's sharing his experience in Indonesia. Well guys, I'm so excited to read all your comments of the suggestions to the places that I definitely have to visit in Jakarta. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Allah Hafiz.